Hello everybody, in episode 12 of my behind the scenes writing vlogs, I mentioned that I purchased a few items that were podcast tech related. So I thought I would unbox them here on my channel and sort of explain my reasonings behind the purchases, just in case you are not a writer or an author and are considering entering the podcasting space. So the first box I have for you, I just purchased these on Amazon, by the way, and I've just opened it. I haven't actually officially unboxed it yet. I've just opened it, peeled off the address labels, just so I'm not doing anything awkward like cutting open a box. Yeah, my reasoning for opening the box was just so you didn't have to watch all of this awkward box opening and me struggling with a knife and me wondering whether I'm gonna accidentally injure myself. Sorry, there's a lot of like these plastic things in here. Worst throw in the world. So the first item I purchased was the Rode Video Mic MEL, and this just has the lightning adapter for the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and all of those other things that no longer have that 3mm headphone jack. So you could probably use, actually I think the Android phones use something different, so maybe you won't be able to use this. Yes, it just says it's for Apple. And what's in the box is you get this, you get the actual microphone. It just clips into the side of the phone. So I'll show you, I'll get my phone to show you. So it just clips in at the side here, so this part here. And I already know with this, based on the research that I've done, that I have to actually take this protective case off because this lightning connector is actually super short. And it also comes with a dead cat or windshield. And it comes in with a clip, so you can clip the microphone to the phone just for added security, just in case you do want to go around and vlog this. But basically what I want to do is I want to record the audio for my podcast and the video version at the same time. So you probably will see a shot of me quite similar to this, but with a microphone sort of sitting here, pointing this way, just so I can use the teleprompter on my iPhone and record the video and the podcast at the same time. I'm hoping that I can successfully multitask. Maybe I know better than to do that. Oh well. The next thing, get this. Sorry, that was me throwing the box. Is, well, I've already showed it to you. It's the Samsung Q2 recording and podcasting pack. Basically, this is a dynamic microphone, and the difference between a dynamic and, I won't show you, I'll just insert a picture. So right here is my Blue Yeti microphone, and that is a condenser mic. And basically what that does is you would use a condenser mic in a quiet room. As you can see, I pulled the blind down, and I'm hoping pulling the blind down will block the noise from the busy road that's right outside my window. I've got like a veranda and there's like a main road, and cars drive up and down all the time except for really late at night, like around between like midnight and I think 5 AM. I've been using a dynamic microphone and I've had to resort to recording my podcast in the bathroom, and it sounds super echoey. And I was starting to purchase all these extra things. I was considering purchasing the Adobe Premiere Cloud subscription, and it's super expensive, and I thought I should just purchase a better microphone that's more suited to a noisy environment. And a dynamic microphone is exactly that. It'll just pick up what's directly in front of the microphone. So it means the mic, like if I record a video version of my podcast, it means the microphone is going to be on video. That's just how it is. So that's what it looks kind of like this. So it's something you would see like a singer in a band use. So that's what you'd use them for. You use them for vocals. So this has the XLR cable, which is something that you would hook up to eventually feeds back to a sound desk. So there's also a USB cable. It comes with a windshield pop filter, and there's like a little tripod and stand. There is a headphone jack on it as well, so you got the USB jack, headphone jack, and the XLR output. So it's got everything there. I'm quite happy with this, and it was actually quite cheap. I think this pack was around £58.99. I'll find the US price on the screen. So in the second part of this unboxing, I've got this huge box here, and in here is, I'll just unbox first. Just crap. Basically, I've got this, so it's a recording microphone stand, and I think it sort of acts, it has a shock mount on it as well, I believe. So my setup won't look like that. I will just have it'll be a little bit different to this. I have a funny feeling I need an extra part, but I'll let you know. I'll put like a little subtitle on the screen to explain to you if I do need an extra part for this. I have a funny feeling I might, maybe not. So I thought I would show you how I've decided to set up my desk to record the podcast and film the video at the same time. It's sort of taken me a good 45 minutes to figure out that this, actually maybe it's been more of an hour. It's taken me a good hour to figure out that this is actually the best setup for what I want to do in this room. This is obviously my setup. So I'm going to start with the camera first. So this is my iPhone, and I've already got set it up. So the teleprompter app is already set up, and I've just got an old podcast diary script in there, and I've actually clipped on the Rode Video Mic Me L, and it turns out that I don't actually need that I can actually clip it in with this case. This case is one of those sort of rubbery cases you get from Apple. So if you buy a case directly from Apple, you can actually plug this thing in. So the people that are complaining about not being able to plug the microphone in with the case on, they're actually potentially purchased cases from outside of Apple. So it looks like Rode have only tested the clipping in with the case with an Apple product and not a non-Apple product, if you know what I mean. So this is the microphone, obviously, and the shock arm, and I've just bolted it into my desk like that. I've moved a few things around, and I'm basically going to sit directly here and talk into the mic and read and look at the teleprompter at the same time, and it works out I can actually do that comfortably from that angle. And as you can see on the screen, you can sort of see the edge of the microphone. If I take all this junk off the screen, yeah, you can actually see the microphone on the screen, which is fine. Sorry, it's actually super bright because I've got both the lights. So that darker spot on the screen won't actually be on the official recording. It's just a teleprompter. So that's my setup. The other thing is, when you plug this microphone into the iPhone, you don't have to do anything. But with this one, because I haven't tested this out yet, I've actually gone into the sound on Apple, and I've just turned it down to the second notch. And as I test it, I'm going to turn it up if I need to, but only then. The other thing with this is, with the kit I mentioned, I got a pop filter. It didn't fit, so I had to use the pop filter for another microphone. And the other microphone that I have is this, and it's another Samsung. Yeah, it's another Samsung microphone, and I bought a pop, apparently this has a pop filter, but I bought an extra one to put over it, just an extra layer. But yeah, but the pop filter for this thing fits on there, so that worked well. So that is my setup for my podcast, my audio and video podcast recordings and filming. I've also got 2 studio lights turned on. I may not turn that one on because it seems to add extra layer of brightness to the camera, and I don't really need it. And that one there, but I probably do need that one. So I've just actually finished the test recording. You can't hear any of the traffic. I can't believe it. And it goes to show you I definitely chose the wrong microphone. It's so good. I'm super happy, and recording the video and the podcast at the same time it isn't actually that difficult. So I'm quite happy. As long as I start the podcast recording first and then start the teleprompter and start straight away. I think if I keep the video clean and easy to edit, I think this whole thing will be quite seamless. So yay! I'm clearly super excited. If you loved this video, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in me comparing the 3 different microphones that I have and doing a sound test on each of them and explaining which one I prefer and why and which environments I recommend you use the microphones in, let me know by sharing your thoughts in the comments section below. If you're new to my channel and you want to be notified about more tech tutorials for writers, writing vlogs, writing tips, and all those other things, and click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next writing vlog.